What is good, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm reviewing Unfriended, directed by Levan Gabriadze. My apologies if I mispronounced his name. It is currently available for streaming on Netflix. I did put up a community post yesterday and Unfriended won. I am surprised, but I'm also happy that it's available on Netflix right now. I'm going to first present the movie, this kind of the premise, because even though it's relatively new, I have to do spoilers. I cannot review Unfriended properly without doing spoilers. So first, I'm going to give you guys, for those of you who haven't seen it, the general premise to see if you'd like to go to Netflix to watch it, or if you just want to watch the video anyway, you don't care, you might not watch it, or if you don't care about watching it with the spoilers, cool. But let me just let you know a little bit about the movie and the premise before we get into spoilers and all the fun. The entire movie takes place on a computer screen on the laptop computer of a girl named Blair, and most of the movie is during a Skype call with her and her friends. Now, during this Skype call, they are being stalked by an unknown entity that knows everything they're doing, everything they're typing, everything they're not typing, and knows all of their lies and everything they've ever posted online or did online, period. And this entity's goal is to expose them and their deceitfulness and their lies. I can't really say too much without going into spoilers, so with that being said, let's get into the spoilers. So be forewarned, going forward there will be spoilers about Unfriended, and I'll talk about everything I liked and didn't like about the movie. So the entity that is stalking Blair and her friends is a girl named Laura, who had taken her own life the year before due to cyberbullying. A video was posted on YouTube, a very embarrassing video was posted of her on YouTube, which caused everybody to just non-stop bully, make fun of her anonymously through Facebook primarily, just sending her messages and all this other terrible stuff. You're awful, and it's just non-stop barrage of bullying, and the video is of herself. Did I get that across? Herself, right? We be there? Okay. So that video got posted online. Now the video that got posted up gets cut off before the person who recorded it and posted it reveals themselves. Naturally, they don't want to expose themselves as one of the most awful human beings ever. So Laura is basically playing with them because she's a spirit. So just take a regular ghost, and this ghost can do anything it wants normally that normal ghosts can do. So it can go from your house to my house. So it can go to every house. But it can also do everything online. So anything that your computer was in front of, it was recording, she has, and she'll post online. She'll post pictures she'll put on your account that you posted pictures about one of your friends to cause like a dispute, to cause anger between one of you. It's so funny, and yet it's rare that in horror movies I root for the villain, but as the movie goes, you see these people are just terrible human beings. All these kids, they're basically just a bunch of rich kids from California, and they're just getting mad at each other. One guy thinks he's super tough. One guy thinks he's super cool. You have the girl that everybody hates. And it's just fun to watch how Laura just toys with them, because she could give rid of them anytime. She sees everything. Imagine something seeing everything, not the government of course, but imagine something seeing everything you're typing, but everything you don't type, everything you deleted, everything you edited, anything you thought to type. Now, Blair is our main character in the movie, and she is the most and worst deceitful person of them all. Why she has the answers in front of her to end this thing. She sent an article by her boyfriend Mitch, who says if you're contacted by the dead online, don't respond. But if you do respond and they're going to attack you and haunt you and expose you and all these other things, there's one way to end it, and that is to confess. So Blair is the one, I've already said the spoilers, Blair is the one who posted up the video. So she could easily just say, hey, I did this, that's it. And the best part of the movie is when they play a game called Never Have I Ever. And it's basically you put up a hands, and then Laura says a lie. Says, oh, never have I ever cheated on my boyfriend. Or never have I ever sold one of my friends out for selling drugs or whatever. And they naturally start getting mad at each other for things that happen in their own lives that were caused by their own friends. Again, all these people are terrible, and it's funny. One guy dies and they don't even care. And the thing with it is, like most good paranormal stories, you would think that when the crime scene shows up that these people are gone, it's gonna look like they took their own. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how YouTube works that. So they took their own. So who's gonna believe that a computer ghost did this? So I thought the idea was fantastic. So I'll just get into some of the things. I thought the idea was fun, and it uses, I mean, there's some things that we advance on. Obviously Skype's a little bit outdated, but I like the idea of this ghost that has all the ghost abilities and only uses the real ghost abilities that we're familiar with, like haunting you in your house, when it wants to. And otherwise, it just exposes you. And then the end is so good. I love the end because she's actually giving Laura, the ghost, the demon. No, she's not a demon because she exists on Earth. She's a ghost. So she's constantly giving Blair chances to confess and to end it all, but naturally she doesn't. She's given chance after, but she cares more about her own social well-being and her own self than any of her friends. So it shows how selfish she is in the end. And at the end, Laura posts the video on Blair's page, the full video showing that she did it. Everybody in their high school, all their friends, etc., see it. And it's just, she says, what you did will live online forever. And then Laura takes care of Blair. So she goes, and then nobody's gonna care. But I really like the concept. I remember when I first saw it in the movie theater, I saw the trailer, and I was like, let me go check this out. This looks interesting. I didn't realize the whole movie took place on a computer screen. I was immersed. It's only 82 minutes, so that's even better. It's perfect time for me for a movie. I love short movies. I have so much fun with it every time. The guy Adam, the big confident kid, he's my favorite. You know, it disposes their cheating, it disposes their lies, their pettiness. It uses all the apps. It uses Spotify. All the Facebook is the primary social media app that they use, and Skype are the two main apps. But it uses everything. And she gets into your computer. It's just hilarious. And you know, Adam like hates Blair. He knows she's a liar, and he's like, good friend Blair. And they use all the teen slang and stuff with each other. And a couple little notes before I end and talk about what I didn't like. At the beginning, when Blair's talking with her boyfriend Mitch, it shows in the camera, in her webcam camera, that there's two white candles lit. I'm not going to get into too much spirituality, but anybody knows anything about candles knows those can be used to contact spirits. That's all I'll say. I never noticed that before, just watching it again. I've seen it several times. I always enjoy it. It's a fun, stupid ride. And also another note, when the one girl, Val, had drank detergent, well, Laura forced her to drink detergent, and she's just sitting there. Her dog is barking, and her dog was barking before. Her dog is, if anybody's watched scary movies, paranormal movies, the dog always knows when there's energy. The dog is barking. The dog knows Laura is in the house. Can't see her literally because she's a ghost, but she's in the house, and that's why the dog is barking. And then Val, you know. But yeah, I thought it was a fun idea. And they used all unknown people. I never seen any of these people before. I obviously know it's a movie and it didn't really happen. It's a new kind of found footage. Found footage for me either works really well or I don't like it, as I stated when I did Hell House LLC. It made sense that they're doing it. They just hang out online together. You know, they're all high school buddies. And then they all find out we're all liars. We're all pieces of... yeah, I had a blast with it. I mean, some of this stuff, the one guy dies and I don't really care. Obviously, Laura holds them hostage online, saying if any of you hang up, that could be an out. But if any of them hang up, they go. She doesn't really leave them an out. I think it's actually pretty tight. I mean, there's a little bit of plot holes in there here and there, but you got to have a little bit of flexibility for the storyline to go. Again, not much I didn't like. It's just a fun ride. Don't take it too seriously. It's not Citizen Kane. It's not The Exorcist. It's not Scream. It's not The Shining. It's just a silly found footage movie. It's not even good as Blair Witch Project, but it's a fun little movie. Anyway, yeah, that is, I never thought I would, my review is going to be 25% as long as the movie. Guys, thank you so much for voting in the community poll. There were some suggestions I'll be doing Blackula tomorrow. I had never seen that. A couple of people suggested that in my community post. And I'll also be doing some of the other ones I put up in the poll. But guys, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. I greatly appreciate your time. Please take care and be well. I'll see y'all soon.